Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. Lanny, Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. We've heard all of you in the comment section. We've heard it. What video haven't we done in a while? A dividend stock purchase video. So everybody get ready, get hyped. We are finally back to do another dividend stock purchase. Tell you how much money we dumped into the market last week and how much forward dividend income we added along the way.
Before we talk about the dividend stock purchases, guys, make some noise on that subscribe button. It takes 2 seconds. Give the video a thumbs up so we can keep putting out this content, keep that motivation going to everybody to reach financial freedom. Bert, this was the last week of July stock purchases we're about to cover. And, I know there's a certain dividend king on this list that I know everybody's curious. How much of it did you end up buying by the end of the week?
Or are there two dividend kings on my list from this last week of stock purchases? You're right, though, Lanny. So that's what's going to be fun because what really happened this week, it was in the heart of earnings season. We are companies releasing earnings left and right. We've talked about it in our last few videos. A lot of companies are just getting pummeled here by Mr. Market. So yeah, a lot of stock prices falling. A lot of the companies we've talked about have been dogs lately, starting back last week, the week we made these purchases when we talked about Verizon and their terrible earnings. Our video from Sunday was Stanley Black and Decker and Intel that just got destroyed. So
Stanley
um,
Black and Dumper.
yeah, that's what they call it, right? That's the old nickname for it. But and that's when we pounce. That's when we get excited. When we see great companies that are undervalued go down, we're ready to strike. And hopefully that's started the tune that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks in our subsequent purchase videos as well.
Exactly, guys. Again, there's a lot of routine stock purchases on here. I actually had a pretty boring week, still put out a lot of capital on there. So Bert had really a lot more investment activity. He was buying stocks, he was buying inflation, recession-proof stocks. He was saying, I want to get to the promised land of financial independence. Let's put the money to work. Bert, you want to kick us off, my man?
I do. And PSA everybody as well. I'm working through a new microphone conversion. My previous one broke. So let me know how I'm sounding in this one. I'm testing out a new microphone. So just hang in there with me. If it doesn't, I'll just go back and buy the other model, but I'm aware. So I apologize, everybody. Just give me that feedback. All right, everybody. First stock purchase, Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J. My wife and I have been adding one share each every single week now for well over a year and a half. Unfortunately, though, my wife's order never went through and I didn't catch it during the last week. So just my portfolio had one share of Johnson & Johnson. I know, everybody. It is what it is. We'll pick it up in subsequent weeks. Not that worried about it. We still have pretty large positions, both over 80 shares each of Johnson & Johnson. Price I grabbed it at was 172.19, adding $4.52 of forward income. The yield I grabbed it at was 2.63%. So that was Johnson & Johnson right there.
Bert, you just extended your financial freedom journey. Come on, man.
Yeah, hey, it happens. We've all been there. So,
We've all
but
been
hey,
there.
yep, that's all. That was it. One share of Johnson & Johnson this week. Lanny, tell us about one of your routine purchases.
Well, obviously there are two types of routine purchases going on in the Lanny household over here. But we'll kick it off with our favorite dividend yielding ETF. Bring it on, SCHD shareholders and haters. Guys, I know about the disagreement about which one's the best. Again, I'm lowering the risk with the number of stocks that are in this one. Plus, I give props to Mr. Bogle with the Vanguard ETFs. Both are great ETFs. We're talking Vanguard High Dividend Yield, VYM. Now, guys, we've been doing this now, my wife and I, every week since July, not of 2021, but of July of 2020. So this is actually the second year we've been buying weekly, which is crazy that it's been 2 years, by the way, of buying Vanguard's VYM. Now, I'm back to buying 3 shares of VYM in my account, keeping hers at 2 right now. So in total, we did buy 5 shares of VYM at $103.58 a piece, doling out a little over $517 to $518 in total capital. but in the process, we added a cool $16 in forward dividend income at a yield of 3.09%.
Boom, nice job throwing in that extra share. It's nice seeing VYM continuing to hover around $100 per share. It's a great buy zone for them. So keep rolling, keep deploying. Since
Well, I'm pretty mad because that price now is over 105, and it's just coming back up with the rest of the market.
hey, it is what it is. That's why you grab it while it's down. You grab it when it's high. You grab it when it's low. So that's part of the game. You don't time it. You just keep buying, keep doing it consistently. That's the strategy.
Right.
So,
Right.
all right, I'll jump in here to the next one. Because our next purchase was on that Wednesday that week. So obviously, let's just go into it. Intel, ticker symbol INTC. We had two funny purchases with Intel for this week. If you recall what happened at the end of the week, they got pummeled after earnings, after their revenue dropped, their earnings dropped. A lot of just bad news overall all around for Intel. We covered it in that last video, so check that out. Before their earnings release, we picked up 3 shares at $39.70, and then we picked up 2 more shares after the stock price got pummeled at $36.15. So in total, we added 5 shares of Intel throughout the week. We wanted to grab some. Just it's gonna sound weird. Just wanted to grab some in case it turned in the other direction, in case there was that earnings surprise. Wanted to try and grab it. 3 shares, not a lot. Turned out that didn't happen. So with the 2 purchases in total, we actually grabbed over $7.30 of new forward dividend income from Intel. What's funny, that first purchase was at a yield of 3.68%. That second purchase was at a yield of over 4%. So we grabbed Intel at a yield of 4.04% during the week.
Gotta love that, buying more yield. Obviously, let us know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you also bought Intel towards the end of July, towards the end of last week. And hey, guys, Intel's still trading at about $36 here, recording this at the night of August 2nd. So they are still there. They had a little bit of a bump up, and then they're coming right back to where they just were. So
right back down to earth. So
yeah. Hey, good job, man. Putting some capital to work, taking a chance on Intel. Hopefully, once they get the Ohio plant up and running, that would be great.
That would. You want to tell us about your other regular purchase here, Lanny?
Oh yeah. So guys, I've been buying Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF. Ticker symbol is VOO. It's the one, the only. A lot of investors are out there buying it frequently. I buy it daily. So I now buy, instead of $50 a day, I'm doing $60 a day automatically. I juice that up an extra 20%. Saying that 20% makes it sound a lot more, money's going in there, but it's only an extra $10 a day. But because the market was coming back up, I didn't do any extra purchases throughout the week. So I did do an even $300 at an average price of VOO at $366. Right now they're at $375. If that tells you kind of where they're currently at.
The market just keeps on slowly climbing back from our purchases last week.
Yep. So 0.81874 shares, adding about $4.54 at a yield of about 1.5% for my Vanguard VOO investment, which is almost hitting now. It's closing in on like 6,500. It's fluctuated between 6,500 and 7,000. So
yeah, of course it's going to grow when you're adding every week. That's the beauty of the strategy. Again, what we said with VIM, copy paste, say that answer for VOO, just the automated investing strategy kicking in.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, when it burns, it grows.
All right. Well, let me go back over here now on that note. Another purchase we made, Stanley Black & Decker, the company we also featured, have just gotten beaten on there. I know I said in our video, part of the last conclusion for that was that we were just going to hold off on Stanley Black & Decker. Their PE jumped up when they cut that earnings guidance, so they're not quite the value they were. That being said, I had to at least grab a couple shares after earnings when it was below $100 per share. We grabbed 2 in my wife's portfolio at $96.84, putting in almost $200 there. Income added $6.40 after that massive 1.3% dividend increase that they announced in July. So the yield we grabbed it was at 3.3%. So we own over, I think, 22 shares of Stanley Black and Decker now, and I think we're good on that company for a little bit. Be interesting to see what's happening. Oh, it's actually now you talked about how your Vanguards went up. Stanley went down. It's at 94.06 at the time we're recording this.
Really?
Yeah, really.
What are you thinking about Stanley right now then?
I don't know. We'll see. It's interesting. Interesting
Oh
stuff
man,
to keep looking at.
94.
Yeah. Well, you want to tell us about your last purchase here, Lanny? Because I think we both hopped into different areas in the same sector here for this
That's
last
right.
purchase.
I went very local, very much a local community bank here, guys. I bought another 10 shares on Monday of Provident Financial Services. Ticker symbol is PFS. I was like, you know what? Let's buy it. Let's buy the community banks. We all know here. Leave it in the comments, guys. Ring that bell right now. You guys love community banks as well. We'll see who actually loves them more. Go ahead, Bert.
I don't know if I'd call it a local bank for you, Lanny.
Well, yeah, not local to us.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, community bank, great. Couldn't maybe a little chin music there for that one, but no, community banks are awesome. What was the price you grabbed this one at, Lanny?
23.36, $233.60, added $9.60. Not quite as high as what Bert's about to tell you, but at a yield of 4.11%.
Yeah, that's great bank. I own it too. Love it. 10 easy shares right there. Grabbed Huntington, ticker symbol HBAN, 13 shares at $12.93. Put in almost $170 with that. Forward income, $8.06. Their yield is 4.80%, or at least it was at the time of the purchase. So both banks
That's
yielding
incredible.
over 4%. There's some great value here in the banking sector, and there's probably going to be for the next quarter. So
Tell you what, that is pretty incredible. Getting them at below 13. I know there's been a lot of Huntington Bank investors out there, so let us know in the comments as well if you're able to grab HBAN under $13 per share.
all right, Lanny, let me do my summary here. We rounded it out with Huntington. We added $725.34 to the market this week. $26.28 of forward income at a yield of 3.62%. Again, we purchased Johnson & Johnson, Intel, Stanley Black & Decker, and Huntington Bank.
Nice job. Again, buying VYM, Vanguard's high dividend yield, buying VOO, S&P 500 ETF, and buying Provident Financial PFS. Added $1,051.50 into the market, adding $30.14 in forward dividend income at a yield of approximately 2.87%.
So there we have it. In total, we added over $1,750 combined, dividend income over $56. So everybody, another solid week. We're happy that we were able to talk to you about some of our purchases, but now it's your turn. Talk to us about your purchases in that comment section below. Let us know what stocks you've adding. You already talked to us about Intel, Stanley Black & Decker in one of our earlier videos. Has your opinion changed as the week has gone on? Let us know about those two companies. Also, let us know what you think about Lanny's VYM and VOO strategies.
Guys, we appreciate the love and support. Let us know what other stocks to buy there are out there. If you haven't already, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. That's your boy Bert and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats, over and out.